Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing on today? Okay, Malachi J. Turner back here with you all with another episode of The Messenger. Okay, number 31, we're talking about self-preservation. This is going to be a good one. Mark my words, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a good one. What I'm about to share with you guys is a life-changing message. But first thing I want you all to do is go ahead. If you're watching it live, put a 1 down in the comments if you're watching it live. Okay, all of my live viewers from around the world right now, put a 1 in the comments if you're watching it live. If you're watching the replay, put a 2 in the comments. Say I'm watching the replay. Put a 2 in the comments. And all of my first-time viewers, you've never seen an episode before, go ahead and comment first-time viewer. Next thing I want you all to do, top right-hand corner, okay, turn on my live notifications. If you're on an iPhone, there should be 3 dots. Turn on my live notifications. David Keeler, Nathan, Tawana, how you doing? Jeremy, how you doing? Guys, comment your name and where it is that you're from. I would love to know who I'm connected with. What I'm about to share with you, Oscar, what I'm about to share with you is a powerful message, very profound. Self-preservation. Okay, I want you to get this message. Guys, I'm telling you right now, you haven't heard nothing. I want you to share the video. I want you to like the video. I want you to comment on this video because what I'm about to share, I know is going to change somebody's life. If just one person gets this message, I know that I've done my job. Okay, I felt convicted and compelled to get on Facebook Live and share with you guys a message on self-preservation. Okay, now some of you know me by now. Okay, I'll tell you one thing about me. I am in love with wisdom. Tony, how you doing? Muhammad, how you doing? Shanna, how you doing? I'm in love with wisdom. I'm in love with learning. I'm in love with growth. Why is this? You say, Malachi, why do you love wisdom so much? Why do you love learning so much? Well, listen, okay. What stands in the gap between where you are and where you want to go is always wisdom. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care where you're coming in from. This is not a message to just business people. This is not a message to just anybody. This is a message for anybody about life. Okay, self-preservation. Lance, how you doing? Jennifer, how's it going? Glad to have you guys on. I'm sharing you a message about self-preservation. Now, me, I said I love wisdom. I'm obsessed with wisdom. I'm obsessed with learning. I'm obsessed with knowledge because it is what stands in the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Okay? It's the fast track. It's the shortcut. Okay? And listen, I live my life by a book. And I'm not about to say this to gain respect. I'm not about to say this to gain followers. I don't care if I lose followers, quite frankly. But I live my life by a book. Okay, and understand that, I'm a spiritual guy. Some of you may not be spiritual people, but listen, the book that I'm referring to, it stands for this: Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. Yes, it does. Somebody write that down. Okay, the principles are laws. Whether you like them or not, it's like gravity. Okay, it will come down. It just is the way it is. Okay, now in this book that I love so much, okay, there is many books within this book. One of them is titled Proverbs, and in the 3rd chapter of Proverbs and in the 16th verse, it says this about wisdom. In her right hand is longevity and length of days, and in her left hand is riches and honor. So I love wisdom. But let's get into the message. Okay, self-preservation. Okay, you'll fight battles with this. But let me tell you, the first battle you're going to fight is external. It's the one more commonly thought of. It's the one more commonly known, the external battle. Okay, if you've ever tried to do anything big, if you've ever tried to do anything important, okay, Tony, how you doing? Adora, how you doing? Monica, if you've ever tried to do anything big, and again, this is to anybody. I'm talking to the 3%, the 1% that's trying to do something with their life, that's trying to separate themselves from the masses. If you've ever tried to do that, you know that when you try to go somewhere, the masses don't always like it. No, they don't. The birds will start chirping, ladies and gentlemen. They will start talking about you. They will start talking to you. They start sipping that haterade. They start hating on you, okay? They'll say things like, you think you're smart now. Oh, you think you're doing business. You think you're trying to be the best at what it is that you do. Nobody from here does that. Nobody that looks like you does that. Nobody with your background does that. Nobody your size is able to achieve things of that magnitude. Stop that. Come back here. Why do they do that? It's uncomfortable. You're a threat to them. You're a threat to them. So they want to pull you back down to their level. They want to pull you, okay, to where it is that they're at. But we're not going to get too much into that. We're talking about self-preservation. Okay, so when you try to go where it is that you want to go, understand they're going to throw darts, ladies and gentlemen. They will begin to throw darts. They'll sit in their corners and they'll talk about you. Okay, they'll post about you. They'll write on your Facebook. Yes, some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Listen, whether you like the video or not, whether you comment the video or not, somebody say he's going to give the message anyways. I'm going to give the message anyways. Somebody's got to share this, okay? It's on my heart to talk about self-preservation. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I want you to think about this. When it comes to the dream, when it comes to your environment, when it comes to your joy, don't let anybody steal your joy. It's all you got, baby. It's all you got. All you got is your joy. You've got to be excited. Stop letting people take your joy. Okay, you've got to preserve yourself. You got to preserve your energy, because my mentor always says, when you feel good, you do good. Okay. Some of you are not able to be able to preserve yourself, but you've got to. It's so necessary. It's so necessary. You've got to be able to protect your environment, okay? And when it comes to the dream, when it comes to your environment, a wise man once said to me, you've got to protect it like a father and nurture it like a mother. You've got to protect it like a father and nurture it like a mother. Somebody write that down in the comments, okay? What I'm sharing with you is life-changing. I'm not talking about the how-to. I'm not talking about all of the technical stuff. I'm giving you the mindset, ladies and gentlemen. I'm giving you something that's going to help you break down barriers, okay? I'm talking about self-preservation. So some of you, I want to give you an example, okay? Some of you are allowing people, all the wrong people, to speak into your life. Some of you are allowing negative people. Let me ask you this. How many of you have ever tried to go somewhere? How many of you have ever tried to do something with your life, and it feels like right when you're about to try to excel, right when you're about to try to raise up, somebody always has to say something? It might be somebody that you love. It might be your spouse. It might be somebody that you love. I don't know who it is, your sister, your brother. Okay. It could be the world. It could be somebody on Facebook, and you profess what you're about to do and you're excited, and they cut you down. They say, they laugh at you. They sneer. They believe it's comical. Okay. They throw the darts. Okay. And when this happens, some of you allow it to get into your spirit. Okay. Some of you are still going to lunch with people who don't support you. Okay. Some of you are still going to coffee with people who are not going to help you get to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to have a zero tolerance policy for negativity. Have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to anything that's not contributing to where you're about to go. Okay? You've got to. You've got to. Okay? You bring that negativity around me, block. Okay? You got to learn how to start taking people off your friends list. You got to learn how to stop going to the wrong social gatherings. You got to learn how to stop hanging out with the wrong people. Some of you are trying to soar like an eagle, and here it is, you're still hanging out with chickens. Okay? If you know what I'm talking about, put a 1 down in the comments. If you know what I'm talking about, put a 1 down in the comments. We're talking about self-preservation. You're going to fight an external battle. So I want to give you an analogy right now. Okay? It's a sports analogy. Okay? I'm going to give you an example. Now listen, this is not a message about sports. This is not a message about football. No, it's not. Okay? I actually don't know too much about sports. I don't pretend to either. But, okay, I'm going to give you an example, okay? Football, I want you to imagine 4th and goal. 4th and goal. It's the championship game. You're on your team, and this football team, right? You're on the 1-yard line, and you've just got to make it through to the end zone, and you've achieved the goal. You've won. Everybody's happy. You get to celebrate. It's everything that you worked all preseason for, all during the season, right? It's 4th and goal. And all you've got to do is make it through the line. Now, understand that in order to make it through the line, what they do oftentimes, okay, they bring in a running back. Why do they bring in a running back? To run that 1 yard. Because he's built for it. He's built to get the job done. Why don't they bring the slot receiver? He's not built for it, okay? But understand, although that, and get the message, I want you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. The running back has spent the time to build the specific muscles. The running back has spent the time making the calls. He's learned the scripts. He's learned all of the fancy things to say, and some of you want the how-to, and some of you want all of the strategy and the methods to do what it is that you're trying to do. I don't know what that is for you. Okay, but you're grinding, you're hustling. You've spent the late nights. You've been running for a while now, okay? And it's still not working for you. Why? Because some of you aren't armored. Okay, you take that running back out of his armor. You take the shoulder pads off. You take the leg pads off. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not making it through that line. Renell, how you doing? Eugene, Eshan, Ro, guys, comment your name and where it is you're coming in from, okay? That running back, you take him out of his pads, you take him out of his armor, he's not going to make it through to the other side. He won't be able to withstand the defenders. He won't be able to take it when they're swatting, trying to take the ball away. Get the message. I'm not talking about football. Okay, some of you, the ball is the dream. You've got to learn how to preserve the ball. You've got to learn how to protect your spirits, how to protect your environment, how to protect your joy. You've got to be able to tuck it in. Breadbasket, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to learn how to cover it up. Some of you got to start throwing elbows when people start taking shots at your life, when people start giving you their opinions. I want somebody to write this down, okay? If you're allowing somebody to steal your joy, if you're allowing somebody right now to be able to take your happiness, I sure hope that they're paying your bills 10 years from now because you just allowed them to steal your future. Somebody write that down, okay? I'm giving you guys the message today on self-preservation in the external battle that you will face. People will talk, but you've got to understand, you've got to be able to equip yourself. You've got to put on the armor, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to withstand it and protect your environment. You've got to be so vicious when it comes to keeping positivity. Some of you are starting your day the wrong way. Some of you are going through the day listening to negative people and, oh, I'm going to do it. But then here Sarah comes, here Joe comes talking about, come on, girl, you know you're not going to do that. Come on, you know you're not going to do that. What happened last year? And you let it drop your spirits, okay? So self-preservation, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to get ready for that external battle. You've got to be able to get ready to throw the blows, okay? But next, this is the most important part. This is the most important part. They're not all talking about this, okay? They give you the how-to, the strategy, or maybe they are, but you think it's cliche. You think this is real. The internal battle you'll face with your own self. The internal battle. Some of you are at war with yourself. You're in a battle every single day. My mentor told me with your mind. With your mind. So you can know all of the how-to and the methodology, but if your mind is not right, ladies and gentlemen, okay, if your mind isn't right, you can't get it done. Some of you have got to learn how to preserve your state, preserve your joy, preserve your excitement. And even if nobody else is saying nothing to you, guess who is in your ear talking to you? You. You get caught up in listening to you. That's the problem, okay? Some of you are in your own head like, no. I know I can't really do that. I know that's not really possible. I'm not going to write that book that I've always wanted to write. I'm not going to do that painting. I'm not going to start that business. And you tell yourself these thoughts. I'm too Asian for that. I'm too fat for that. Okay, that's what you guys tell yourself. Consciously, you might be saying I can do it, but understand there's the subconscious mind. There's the subconscious mind. Much more powerful. We're not even aware of it. Okay. The subconscious mind, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to imagine this. Okay, when you were younger, 6, 7, 8, you had a blank canvas. That was your subconscious mind. Open, wide open for new ideas and new programming. And what happened, ladies and gentlemen, was over the years, okay, your parents, your upbringing, society, the world, they begin to scribble all over this blank canvas. That is your subconscious mind. They began to throw dirt and garbage into your subconscious mind. Some of you, you're so wrapped up in your thinking, you can't even believe to understand or comprehend the idea of being able to do something bigger. So when somebody comes and tells you that you can do whatever it is that you want, that you can live however you want, you might say, yeah, I can do it, but you know deep down you don't believe it, and that's the problem. Some of you have got to get inside your own head and start doing some construction. Some of you got to start doing some rewiring. Some of you got to start talking to yourself different. Taylor, Tanisha, Juan, how you guys doing? Namika, Pav, how you guys doing? Comment your name and where you're from. Okay, we're talking about self-preservation. Okay, and some of you are so wrapped up in your head. And understand that the subconscious mind is this. The subconscious mind, I want you to imagine a large locomotive, a train that's going 100 miles per hour. Understand that your conscious mind is like you standing in the railroad tracks with an empty soda can, and here it is, you watch one video, you watch one Facebook Live, you watch one seminar, okay, and you get excited, and you think you're excited to get the job done, you're excited to go do what it is that you've always wanted to do. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is like throwing an empty soda can at the oncoming train. It doesn't work. You've got to begin to start saturation education. You've got to begin to start. I mean, what are you saying when you talk to yourself? Some of you guys are literally telling yourselves you're not good enough. That's the problem. That's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to change your self-talk. You've got to change what it is that you're saying to yourself. Okay? Some of you, I want you to understand right now that this is something my mentor told me. He said, Malachi, how you wait determines how long you will wait. Somebody put that in the comments. Write it down. How you wait determines how long you will wait. Some of you need to fall in love with the process. Some of you got this microwave mentality where you want to put something in the oven and expect it to be done in 10 seconds. Okay, some of you don't want to wait the course. Some of you don't want to stay the course. Okay, you got to get used to the process. You got to endure the process. Love it. Some of you have got to get some gratitude in your life. You got to wake up in the morning and be thankful. Understand, somebody didn't wake up today. You see what I'm saying? Somebody's got it so much worse off than you. Are you hearing me right now? So if you can just be grateful, if you can just have gratitude, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I promise you, it'll change your whole perspective. When you change the way you look at things, how you look at things will start to change, okay? When you change the way you look at things, the way you look at things will start to change. Somebody got to write that down. Somebody share the video if you know what I'm talking about. Somebody like the video, comment on the video if you know what I'm talking about, okay? You've got to begin to get that gratitude. Okay, and some of you, listen, I'm going to talk to my givers right now. Some of you are givers. You give and you give and you give. I'm a giver myself. You give and you give all of yourself to somebody. You give all of your energy to somebody. You give all of your time. You give all of your effort. You give all of your money. Okay, you give all of your favor and you're giving out. And some of you aren't expecting anything back. That's the problem. Come on now. Come on now, you're a child of the Most High God, but yet you don't expect a blessing when you give. You've got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that when you give, it was a promise in his word that he would return the favor, okay? So you've got to start expecting your blessing. Start expecting your blessing. Start expecting your blessing. Here's the problem. Some of you guys, it's the anti-prosperity cult. Oh my God, is he talking about money? Oh my God, money is the root of all evil. And no. Okay, that's the wrong answer. That's the wrong answer. I don't know who told you that. It's not true. Okay, misquoting scripture. Money is not the root of all evil. Okay. He came so that we could have life and have it more abundantly. Some of you need to start giving with the expectation that you're going to get something in return. Some of you need to start looking around for your blessing. The problem is you don't have any faith. You don't have any belief that what is about to take place is actually about to take place. Some of you don't really believe it's going to happen. Okay? Understand that before you manifest something physically, you've got to be able to attract it energetically. It doesn't take place physically until it takes place energetically. Some of you got to change your energy. Some of you got to change your feeling, okay? You got to start to believe it, okay? His only pleasure is to be believed. His only pleasure is to be believed. So you've got to start believing. You've got to start having some faith, ladies and gentlemen, okay? When you're sick, oh, Lord God, please, you bring your sick body and you ask for healing. You expect the healing, okay? Some of you have the confession of your sins and other things, and you wish and expect salvation. But how come you're not expecting a financial blessing, okay? How come some of you, I'm just giving just to give, No, 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 no. You got to expect the blessing, ladies and gentlemen. Change the way that you wait. And get the message. We're talking about self-preservation. Learn how to preserve your spirit. Learn how to preserve your energy, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Now listen. Here's what I want you guys to understand. Okay? You're going to have negative thoughts. You're going to have fears. You're going to have doubts. But understand this. And somebody write this down in the comments. Shanine, Devin, Aaliyah, Ruthie, Dexter, how you guys doing? Somebody write this in the comments right now. Okay? Somebody write this in the comments. You can't stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can stop it from building a nest in your hair. You can't stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can stop it from building a nest in your hair. Okay? I'm giving you guys the message on today. Okay? Fear never goes away. No, it doesn't. Your fear of whatever it is, your insecurities of talking on stage, of talking to people, sharing your business, I don't know, going door to door. I don't know what it is that you're doing. But whatever your fear is, understand that courage is not the absence of fear, it's the mastery of it. Somebody write that in the comments. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the mastery of it. So what I'm telling you guys on today, some guys, oh my goodness, Malachi, how do I get rid of my negative thoughts? I just can't seem to wrap my head around. No. They ask, how do I do it? The same way that you drive out that negativity, ladies and gentlemen, is the same way that light drives out darkness. Okay? Understand that the presence of light in a room demands the flee of darkness. So I want you guys to begin to engulf yourself in personal development, engulf yourself in saturation education. If you are not working on your environment is working on you. If you are not working on your environment is working on you. So work on yourself. Control what it is that you're hearing. Control what it is that you're seeing. Okay? Stop listening to so much negative music. Start putting in some personal development in your ear. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I share with you a message on self-preservation. Self-preservation. Okay? I believe it's the best message I've given you so far. Guys, you got to share the video if you got any value. If you got any value, I want you to drop a 1 down in the comments right now. If you got any value at all, put a 1 down in the comments. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Send this to somebody that needs to hear it. But this is the most important thing. Forget the how-to, okay? Forget the strategy. Don't forget it, but understand that you can have all of that. But if you can't preserve your energy, your mood, and you allow people to steal it from you, come on now. Come on now. You got to be able to preserve yourself, preserve your energy and your state, and be so protective over it. With that being said, guys, this has been episode number 31 of The Messenger on self-preservation. Last thing I want to say, okay? You guys are very special people. You made it to the end of this video, okay? You made it to the end of this video. I am on a campaign right now, a crusade where I am identifying 6 key people who I literally want to help make an extra $2,500 a week. 6 key people to help make an extra $2,500 a week, okay? Should you want to apply for that, go ahead and send me a message and we can talk about how you may be able to qualify. But with that being said, hey, that's my message on today. Share the message on self-preservation, okay? I'll talk to you guys soon. Malachi J. Turner, I'm out.